Hello everyone, and welcome to Procurement in the Park. I'm Christian Schuh, and today I want to talk about what CEOs can learn from the launch of Apple's new gadget, the Vision Pro, a headset for augmented reality. Whenever Apple has a big launch, everyone tends to get fixated on the design, style, and sheer elan of the product. This time there was some attention to the technological achievement of the product. Launching Vision Pro, the company itself called it the most ambitious product we have ever created. Tim Cook, Apple's CEO, said that it heralded a new era of so-called spatial computing, one that follows the eras of personal and mobile computing by blending the digital and real worlds. This view was endorsed by Bob Iger, Disney CEO, who celebrated what he called Apple's revolutionary platform. Meanwhile, The Economist noted that the presentation of the new gadget was jaw-droppingly impressive. The Vision Pro is certainly a remarkable product, something testified by the fact that its technological wizardry is protected by an astonishing 5,000 patents. When users wear the headset, they can see computer graphics overlaid on the world around them. Also, they don't use a fixed mouse or joystick. Instead, when they make calls, write emails, browse the web, or listen to music, they simply direct the device with hand gestures and eye movements. And there's excited talk that at some point in the future, the rather clunky goggles will one day be transformed into the kind of shades cool dudes wear on the beach. In the same way that the mobile brick phone that Michael Douglas flaunted in the movie Wall Street was eventually turned into the slimline smartphones that we use today. But what was missing in all the chatter that followed the launch of the Vision Pro was a proper recognition of the real reason why Apple is so successful at what it does. Its orchestration of a large number of suppliers. This is one of the key messages of my book, Profit from the Source, published by Harvard Business Review Press. As I and my co-authors from Boston Consulting Group observe, Apple may be among the world's most admired companies. Yet one of the biggest things that sets it apart is how it puts suppliers at the core of its business. Has been broadly disregarded by most major corporations. The thing that every CEO should understand about Apple is that it is the public face of a vast network or ecosystem of suppliers. These suppliers rarely get a place in the limelight. But without them, Apple would not be the company it is today. And there's certainly no way that Apple would have been able to launch what it calls its most ambitious project. As I will explain, suppliers have been critical in the creation of Vision Pro, and they will be critical in making the Vision Pro a commercial success. Let's look at the creation part first. Apple has long been reliant on suppliers. The iPhone, for example, is the classic example of a supplier-reliant global product. Designed at Apple's headquarters in Cupertino, California, assembled by workers in Foxconn's factory in the Chinese city of Chengzhou, southwest of Beijing, and made of raw materials and components sourced from 43 countries across 6 continents. The Vision Pro is similar, according to Apple's BOM, or Bill of Materials, which was leaked to a China-based consultancy that tracks the augmented reality sector. Apple worked with a select group of top suppliers. These include leading-edge companies from China, Taiwan, and other countries who provided some of the critical technology in the Vision Pro. The headset is assembled by Luxshare, a Chinese company which already supplies AirPods to Apple. Other suppliers include Cowell Holdings, a Chinese company that makes camera modules, Shenzhen Desay Battery Technology, a Chinese company which supplies lithium batteries and power management systems, as well as South Korea's LG and two rivals, Japan's Sony and South Korea's Samsung. If these and other suppliers have played a critical role in the creation of Vision Pro and getting it to the launch pad, a very different group of suppliers will play an arguably even more critical role in making it a commercial success. When CEOs think about Apple suppliers, which, as I've said, they rarely do, they tend to think about now famous companies such as Foxconn, the contract manufacturer, and TSMC, the maker of semiconductors. But the other type of critical suppliers are those that help develop the product after the launch event, the software developers, and particularly the app developers. In its report on the Vision Pro's launch, The Economist noted that Apple had strangely uninspiring suggestions for what to do with its miraculous device. It is relying on the app developers to come up with ingenious ways that consumers can use the Vision Pro. There's a pattern to this approach. The iPhone and the Apple were launched with great fanfare. But it was only after the launch and after app developers got to work that these gadgets became what they are today. The iPhone became the indispensable mobile computer, and the Apple Watch became the indispensable health, fitness, and well-being tool. So if Vision Pro becomes a commercial success, it will be because smart software developers find compelling applications for the gadget. And this brings me to the overarching lessons for CEOs. If we follow Apple by developing an ecosystem of critical suppliers, nurturing each one of them, and then orchestrating them so that they perform for you, you will likely ensure that your company outperforms your commercial rivals. Thank you for watching. I'm Christian Schuh, and this is Procurement in the Park.